Welcome to this month's Business Byte. My name is Jamila Powell, and I'm the Program Manager for the LAEDA Women's Business Center. This month's Business Byte is dedicated to updates regarding pandemic relief funding. If you are curious about all of the new things coming along and all of the updates regarding PPP and loan forgiveness, this is the Business Byte for you. We will have a word from Deputy District Director of the New Jersey SBA office, John Blackstock.
So as you know, in December, Congress took a look at how much money was remaining in the previously pot of PPP money, and there was a substantial amount, almost $340 billion. So they reallocated that money, and the Paycheck Protection Program, as we now know it, had about $275 billion in it. And then there was other funds that were doled out to other programs like the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant, and this is targeting underserved segments, including women, minorities, and vets. Next slide, please. These are the current programs that are out there. The Paycheck Protection Program, that is the biggest one. That could be basically a grant if you use the 60% of the proceeds. Whatever's dispersed, whatever you're qualified to receive, you get the funds dispersed into your account. If you use 60% for eligible payroll expenses under the covered period, that could be 8 or 24 weeks, then you apply for forgiveness and the entire loan becomes a forgivable grant. We've got debt relief on if you have a current 7A or 504 or micro loan with the SBA or any of the SBA lenders, debt relief is automatically going to happen. You'll get information via email or a letter, and there is some steps that the federal government's taking to provide relief for you if you have an existing loan. EIDL, so there's the EIDL, as we know it, Economic Injury Disaster Loan has been extended till December 31st of this year, so you can still apply for that. That is a 30-year, 3.75% fixed loan. If you're a nonprofit, that's 2.75% 30-year fixed loan. Something new, though, is the targeted EIDL advance. The EIDL advance was, it came out in one of the earlier renditions last year that basically afforded grants or free money up to $10,000 per business, which came out to about $1,000 per employee. So if you had 10 employees, you could apply for and get $10,000. If you had 5 employees, $5,000. If you were a sole proprietor, you would get $1,000. A lot of people applied for this, but unfortunately that pot of money ran out. Well, since Congress reallocated funding in December, the EIDL has been plussed up with some money, and so now the folks at the Office of Disaster Assistance, they're going back through applications as they were received. And again, if the money ran out, they're going in order, but they're going in order and they're trying to get the low income folks first. You can apply for this. You will be invited to apply, and you'll get an email or a letter or both from the Office of Disaster Assistance. I want to caution, if you get one of these, please understand that there is no reconsideration. If you make a mistake, it's just you get one shot at applying. So please take your time, make sure that the application is filled in correctly. Another grant program that we have information on, but we don't have a lot of information on, is the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant. It's a $15 billion, and that's nationwide, and this is for theaters, any performing arts. There's a lot of companies and firms that can apply for this, but there's a lot of restrictions. and I'll go into some more detail.
If you are interested in hearing more about any of these programs, feel free to call the Women's Business Center. We can be reached by telephone, email, or our website. Our telephone number is 856-338-1177. Our website is laedawbc.com, and our email is wbc@laeda.com. Thank you for joining us for this month's Business Byte. We'll see you next month.